Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom for your day. And I think this is a very good card for today and our times. I think you'll find it relevant. And I don't know about where you are, but we are due for a snowstorm. So my head is pounding like right through here. My sinuses are not happy. I have my own weather station built into my head. So, someone just popped on. Glad you're here, whomever it is. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. And as always, let's start with some breath. In through the nose. Stuffy though it may be. Good morning, Joe Neal. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Just continuing to breathe deeply and easily, as deeply as you can. And again, you might feel a little lightheaded, but that's kind of the nature of the beast when you typically don't breathe deeply and then you allow yourself to breathe deeply. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Glad you're here. So some of us, I'm sure, are set for blizzard. Some of us are set for rainstorms. Whatever you're going to get, we'll just kind of ride it out and hope that we get some relief at some point because my sinuses are just not happy. We'll get there. We'll get there. So, good morning, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's starting to roll in here. The Practical Rebel group. This is good. And we have a card deck that we haven't seen in quite some time. And I always like these cards. A set of 100 contemplative cards to help you awaken your spirit and live by your deepest values. Virtue's Reflection cards. So that's what we have today. And the card itself, kindness. Appropriate flower for this time of year. However, mine are about to be buried under more snow. So they're hardy though. They'll hang in there. They'll be fine. So, nice deep breath in. And out. Settling in, ready to receive, picking up part of this message that's meant for you today. A lot of people struggling yesterday, energy-wise, just feeling blah, tired, overwhelmed, tearful, all kinds of stuff. So if that was you, sending you good juju, and we'll see. You know, we're going to ride out April. We'll see how this goes. Good morning, Janine. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. So, kindness. Kindness. Kindness is caring that springs from compassion. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. We have genuine concern for the welfare of others. We are warm, friendly, and ready to help. Yes, Mercury's going to be retrograde. Yep, is retrograde. Yes, yes, yes. And that's a time of reflection. It doesn't have to be a total disaster. It can also be calling us to reflection. What in my life is working? What in my life is not working? What would I like to change? Etc. And who do I need to be living the life that I really want to be living? Right? We listen for the needs beneath the words. And that's not just other people's words. That's our words. When we're saying something, have that intuitive ear listening. What's coming out of your mouth? All right? And what might you be calling for? What are you asking for in your words? Meet your needs. Meet your needs. Okay? So we listen for the needs beneath the words. We give tender attention in simple ways that bring others happiness. It doesn't say this in the card, but I'm going to put this out there because this has been becoming clear again and again and again and again. Listen. Listen. Yeah, there, Cindy. Thank you for posting that. Listen. We don't have to have answers for other people. We don't have to have answers for ourselves. Listen. Far more important that you listen. And I know that oftentimes, because we've been so trained to do, we feel like we're not putting forth anything of value when we listen. I will tell you, after 40 plus years of doing coaching and therapy, psychotherapy, etc., being a good listener is far more valuable than having all the answers. Good morning, Patricia. Glad you are here. Welcome. You don't need to have answers for anybody else or for yourself. Listen. Show up Pay attention, make eye contact. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. Pay attention, listen, be attentive, be attentive. And ask for your own needs to be met. So sometimes it's saying to someone else, I don't need you to fix this for me. I just need you to listen. Please just listen. Okay? Kindness is the daily bread of love. Kindness is the daily bread of love. When we feel angry, we resist the temptation to be cruel. Do your best not to strike out. Do your best. Walk away, lock yourself in the bathroom, sing at the top of your lungs, go for a drive, go for a walk, go hit a tennis ball against a wall, whatever. Do the best you can. Do the best you can. That'll make you human. When you have needs, you are human. And there was a line, what the heck was it? I'm trying to remember. But it was something about being the person who sometimes others may view as a hot mess. But that's what makes you human. That's what makes you approachable. The people who pretend to not have any needs, that's not rational. That's not normal. That's not human. Okay? And there was a quote, I love watching this one young woman who is from Denmark, and she fixes her yard and fixes her house and does all these cool things and sells clothing on the side. That's her job. Yes, do hot mess very well. Yes, claim your hot mess. But her quote was, her name is Elise Buck, B-U-C-H. Her quote was, I'd rather be remembered for being too much than be forgotten. I'd rather be remembered for being too much than be forgotten. Good morning, Deb. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, we balance honesty with tact. How can I say this in a way that it's most likely to be received and heard with the intention that I'm delivering it instead of it getting messed up in someone else's system? Okay? We are good stewards of the earth and all living beings. Notice that. Good morning, Diane. Earth as a living being. We have to stop viewing Earth, her, as something we can take advantage of, something we can use. We need to coexist with Earth. We need to live well with Earth. Earth as a living thing, living, breathing thing. All right? Yep. Exactly. And this was something you learned. You didn't come down the chute believing this. This was something you learned. Therefore, you can unlearn it. How cool is that? There's hope in there. Good morning, Pam. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. We remember to be kind to ourselves. There it is. Ding, ding, ding. How many of us are really good at being kind to others, giving them the benefit of the doubt, allowing them to have bad days, etc., etc.? Yep, come down the chute. When we fill our own cup, our kindness naturally overflows to others. This is kind of the sharpen the saw thing from, let me think, Stephen Covey. The gist is, if you're cutting down trees, and you never stop to sharpen the saw, what happens? You begin to put in more effort for less results, over and over and over. However, taking that time to stop, to sharpen the saw, to take good care of yourself, allows you to cut down more trees, right? That's not the greatest analogy now in this day of wanting to save trees, but nonetheless, you get the point. The point is, let's do automobiles. That's not so great either anymore, but you drive, you have to stop and fill up the tank. You drive, you have to stop and fill up the tank. It doesn't run on empty. Neither do human beings. So there has to be a balance between getting our own needs met, some by ourselves, some by others, and meeting other people's needs, all right? When we fill our own cup, our kindness naturally overflows to others. The quote is by Mother Teresa, surprise, surprise. Be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness in your face, kindness in your eyes, kindness in your smile. Hard to be kind when we've been depriving ourselves. Meet those needs. Kindness will flow more easily, all right? It's like priming the pump. The practice of kindness. So here's a bunch of I statements. Pick out something that works for you. Grab that as your yes. And in being a wounded healer, part of the plus side of that is we can get it. We can get it. We know how when something re-traumatizes somebody, their world careens out of, because the system is dysregulated, right? The system's dysregulated. So we have to work on our tools for regulating, whether it's breath work, whether it's walking in nature, whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling. I mean, there's a music, bazillion things out there, painting, whatever you do, whatever your tools, right? Yeah. All right, so here are the I statements. I have empathy for others. I notice what people need. Now, on that one, I'm going to say for women in particular, be cautious. Because remember our saying, help is the sunny side of control. Help is the sunny side of control. Don't assume that you know what someone else needs. You can be the observer, and if you see something, you could ask, I'm wondering if you need blah, blah, blah. If they say no, let it go. It's not yours to fix. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Notice what other people need. I love to be helpful. I love to be helpful. But again, remember, Anne Lamott, help is the sunny side of control. Don't be foisting your help on people who may not want it. Would you like a hand with that? No. Okay, back off. Back off. Does that mean that person is wise in turning down your assistance? No, not necessarily. There's so many of us who've been taught, do it yourself. You get it, you can't ask for help. Asking for help is weak, blah, blah, blah. If someone helps you, you then owe them. All that BS that we bought into. Time to let it go. Time to let it go, all right? We are in very ripe times, very potent times for making changes to all of this garbage that we've lived from. Time to let that all go. I am thoughtful in little ways. Good morning, Judy. Welcome. Glad you're here. I'm thoughtful in little ways. Drop someone a card. That is huge. It may seem like a nothing maneuver, but people love getting mail. I've got cards sitting all over my desk from people who've sent me cool cards. I'm just going to grab one of my Believe cards. Good morning, Kathy. And welcome to, I saw a couple names go flying past and I missed you. I love cards. Cards are a valuable thing. All right, send a card. That's a good start. Good morning, Mel. Welcome. Glad you're here. I am thoughtful in little ways. I practice good habits that help the earth. Okay? And a huge habit that we can develop that helps the earth is being loving to each other. When we act as one, when we create community, we are helping Mother Earth. All right? Yes, do your other stuff. Pick up your bags of garbage as you walk around. Talk to people about what's important. I've got the sign in my front yard speaking for water and rejecting line 5. Little things. And any of you who are in the Appleton area, if you want, I've got more signs. If you're willing to put one in your yard, we need to let go of this pipeline and reclaim the beauty of our land and take good care of our Great Lakes. I practice good habits that help the earth. Here's the last one, and I'm hoping a bunch of you pick this as your mantra for the day. I am a good caregiver to myself. I'm a good caregiver to myself. I'm thankful for the gift of kindness. It awakens my heart. And how many of us have sealed our hearts over because it's been so painful dealing with a lot of what's been going on around us? I know I did. But when we crack it open, again, the idea of that's how the light gets in and that's how the light gets out, right? Because we are a font of light. We are a source of light. I'm a good caregiver to myself. So ask yourself, honestly, if you were your own boss and you were evaluating you, how you doing on that caregiver thing for yourself? And again, as a good boss would do, You don't beat yourself up if you've not done a great job on it. Just notice that. Be the curious observer. Yeah, I haven't done so well on that. Was hollering at myself yesterday about X, Y, or Z. Let's take a gentler approach. So one of the ways that I do that for myself, and I learned this from one of my mentors, Shelley, is what words do I use to talk to myself? So she would always say to herself, well, honey, let's try this a little differently. Well, sweetheart. And she'd use those terms of endearment. And I just think that was such a cool way. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. You're welcome. Such a cool way to lay the groundwork. Yes, exactly. By being a part of this group, we are teaching each other and ourselves how to do this and do this well. So what I do, especially when I'm journaling, is I call myself Bon. Okay, Bon, what do you think of this? It has a caring, loving, camaraderie feel to it when I call myself that. What do you want to call yourself? So way back when, I had a client. She was a professor, bright young woman, abusive history, etc. Dropped something on the ground and out loud said to herself, pick it up, dumbass. Caught herself, changed what she said, but it was such a profound thing for her to realize that that was what was going on in her head. All of those nasty names that her dad used to call her. So, good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. So I think some of the names are probably rolling later than when you pop on, which, welcome to Facebook, right? We've got all kinds of glitchy stuff that happens. So that is our card for today. Kindness, kindness. So just, again, step into your curious observer. How am I doing on being kind to me? How am I doing on being kind to me? Because when I am kind to me, then I can be kind to others in a good, open, honest, authentic way. So those of you who are getting the snowstorm today, best of luck with that. We'll see how it goes. I am hoping I convince my dad to just let it melt. Who cares? Let it melt. Boo hiss. So have an awesome Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including loving kindness toward yourself and others. Glad you got here late, Carol. I'll post it. You can watch it again right away. Bye-bye.